All right, everybody, I have an excellent match for you today. It is once again in my M4A3 Easy 8, affectionately known as Big Daddy, with my all-female crew, with my sassy commander, and my mark of excellence on the barrel that I'm just going to keep stroking until you are uncomfortable watching this video. Okay, now I'm done. Anyway, it is a fun match. To my surprise, not only was I top tier, I was top tank. And that does not happen very often, so I was quite tickled, and I hope you enjoy the match. Alright everybody, this is the Pilsen map. I am in my Easy 8, and I am in fact top dog, which was nice for once. Usually I am down in the whole, lowest tier possible in these matches. It's just been the way my luck's been lately. But so I was quite pleased to see that I was actually top dog, and let's get on with the match. Now I'm going to head over to about J0 right there. There's a nice little corner of the map that I like, that gives me a nice view down this railroad track, and a lot of light tanks and TDs will try to get in there, so it makes prime hunting ground for me. Now I'm going to pause the game right here for a second, and I want to show you something. Now, I'm going to be really cautious at the beginning of the game, and I will explain why. Now, right there, you see this ridge line, and there's these bushes and these stack of pipes. Well, TDs like camping there because it's a great sniping spot, and there is some cover with these mounds of whatever this is, coal, I think, but not enough. And you'll get shelled and shot at by tank destroyers. So I always play it just a little bit cagey when it comes to this corner of the map. Now keep in mind we also have 3 artillery per side, and I am a huge artillery magnet. Now I'm going to put it back in game camera until I get to this corner. Now you can see our scout, the M5 Stuart, just ran on out there. And, actually, that's what scouts are supposed to do. And he gets quite a ways down there. So at this point, he is nearly in their backfield. And I noticed he stopped, and I wasn't sure why. And then just then, their M5 Stuart pops up on the radar. So I start trying to help him out here. And unfortunately, I didn't see the AMX until it was too late. And unfortunately, Pippin got destroyed, and I didn't realize till then that I had that T-37 next to me. So like I said, you'll get light tanks and TDs coming down that line, so you got to watch it. Now I'm just kind of randomly firing where I think I saw the AMX last. Sure enough, he pops up over those railroad tracks, and I wasn't sure what he was doing. The only thing I can assume is that he was just trying to spot for artillery. And so I pop around the corner and let him have it. He fires at me but misses. And right there, artillery starts falling around us. Now, the reason I'm kind of up on this gravel pile is the T-37 pulled right behind where I would back up, and right there you see an artillery hit. So yeah, the guy was spotting for artillery. And our T-37 runs on out there, and you'll see what happens to him almost right away. Now, right there, he probably took a hit from a TD. I'm not sure where it is, and sure enough, right there, that Stug pops up. I'll put it back in game camera. And I was pretty sure he was concentrating on the T-37, and unfortunately I lost sight of him, so I just start pumping rounds into where I saw him last. No idea if I was hitting him or not, but I was hoping the T-37 would pull back and I was just trying to provide cover fire for him. But he decided to stick it out there. He found himself a spot, and he's probably invisible to the enemy by now anyway. And I can see on the mini-map that the AMX it took off across the map and is, you know, making somebody else's life miserable. So the T-37 Alex here turns around, comes back, which was probably a smart move. And I almost went with him because I wasn't sure how many people were up on this ridge. I gave him one last shot and then just basically just turned around. And I wanted to go up to this ridge, but I saw there was already an SU and that Martyr up there. And the M4 wasn't too far away, so I decided that was a little too crowded. Plus that Key-Ho light tank pulled out. And so I thought, well, maybe I better go support him because I wasn't sure if he was going to run across the front of the map. As you can see on the mini-map, he's weaving in and out those piles of coal. Now right about there, you start seeing that Su-85 start moving up. And I was tempted to just go chasing right after him, but again, still not sure whether or not there was TDs up there. There was definitely a Crusader. He spots that Stug. They exchange fires, and he takes it out. All I did was ricochet around off its hull. But it was damaged, so. And he makes no bones about it. He just goes running straight up that line. And again, I was real nervous about pulling out just because of the fact that that is basically a sniper platform where you see my cursor, my reticle. And I was scanning it and firing a couple test rounds to see if I could get anybody to provoke anybody to shooting at me, so I would know whether or not somebody was there. Decided I better go support that SU because he does not have a turret, and he gets cornered by something faster than him, and he's screwed. And he immediately just runs right up to this little back road up there that leads to the top of that pile. And he turns that corner up there, and unfortunately for him, he runs into one of the enemy not TDs, one of the SPGs, one of the artillery, who immediately just shotguns him. So he's out. And then right there, I spot that AMX. So I'm going to go after it because I love shooting me some artillery, and I get a round bounced off of me from a Crusader and then a hit. And so I just took one shot at him and destroyed him. Wrecked this guy's track, turned around and finished him. I actually ammo racked him. And then M37 pops up, and I think he was expecting similar results with the SU when he shotgunned me, and he did, you know, a bit of damage. And you see the Key-Ho right there. I was kind of glad he survived the battle. So I come whipping around this corner just bold as brass and almost immediately spot that KV-1. And I wasn't sure which direction he was facing at the time. And so I whipped behind this building, and right here, I think he was actually firing at me and hit the Key-Ho. So I put a couple hard rounds into him, and I found out later I destroyed his engine. And that I believe that's a French artillery. I wasn't sure where he was exactly. He takes another shot at me and misses. And just as I start backing up, that KV-1 is destroyed, and then that artillery pops back up, and I finish him. So right there, I'm on 4 kills. And I wasn't sure who popped that the KV-1, but then this Martyr comes around the corner. And so I just assumed it was him. You can see me, I'm going to stop like right here behind some cover, and I'm typing a question in there. I was asking the Martyr if he's the one who took out the KV-1, because I was going to congratulate him on a good shot. but he didn't say anything. So we both start moving up, and the enemy their capture point is like right there. And so that was my thought, and then that martyr pops up. So I zoom in on him and take him out. And just as I'm about to pop into to their last tank pops up. I get the first shot and the last shot into him, and that was the last tank for sweet, sweet victory. All right, everyone, as you saw, that was a really good match for me. I got 6 kills, 1,327 points of damage. My first kill was this Crusader who literally just was in my way when I was going to go kill this AMX artillery right here. So right after that, I turned the corner, that M37 popped up. He got a shotgun shot at me that did a fair bit of damage. I'm sure he had hoped for more, but I pretty much popped him with my next shot, and that was the end of that. Now, I went around that corner, and I saw this KV-1, and that was my intent, was to finish him. And I actually did a bit of damage to him. As a matter of fact, I knocked out his engine, so he wasn't going anywhere. Unfortunately, about that same time, this artillery popped up, started taking shots at me. So I finished him, and in the meantime, somebody finished this KV-1. I don't know if it was our artillery or if it was a martyr that was on our side that turned the corner and popped him when he was looking at me. So anyway, as I moved toward the enemy cap, I got these two popping up one after another, got them both, and that was my 6 kills. Now, I got the high caliber, which was for destroying or getting the highest amount of damage in the battle. I got Top Gun for destroying 6 or more enemy vehicles, and the Mutruz Medal for destroying all 3 of the enemy artillery. I also got my Bruiser, I got my Fire for Effect, my Duelist, and my Demolition Expert, and that was for ammo racking this AMX. I got my Mastery Badge First Class, and if we go look at the team score, I was top damage and top kills. Although I was top damage only by a little bit, this KV-1 must have been wreck and face on the other side of the field. So after repairs, I got 19,039 credits, and I got a total of 1,239 experience. So it was a really good match. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If so, please remember to hit that like button, drop me a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. And I will see you all at the next Let's Play.